Hi, in this video I'm going to go over game 3 from Prep Test 62. All right, so let's just go ahead and read the blurb. So a conference on management skills consists of exactly 5 talks which are held successively in the following order. All right, so we're told the order. Feedback is first, then we have goal sharing, then handling people, then information overload, and then leadership. So these are actually in order. Exactly 4 employees of SoftCorp, Quigley, Rivera, Spivey, and Tran each attend exactly 2 of the talks. So Q attends 2 talks. So I'm actually going to do Q1 and Q2, right? R attends to 2, S1, S2, and T1, T2. No talk is attended by more than 2 of the employees. So I'm going to put in like our maximum here of 2 per, but we're only going to use 8 of these spaces. So we are going to have a couple of empty spaces as well. Great. Okay, so Q attends neither feedback nor handling people. No Q there, no Q there. R doesn't attend goal sharing or handling people. All right, so if R and Q can't attend H, then we know S and T both attend H. We just don't know which, like what order. Is it going to be the first one that S attends or the second one that S attends? S doesn't attend either of the talks that Tran attends. Oh, right, of course, because we have the empty spots as well. Okay, so S and T and S, like that, they're never going to be together. So that does mean that we're going to have an empty space. One of these is going to be an empty space for H, and then this is going to be either S or T, and we don't know which number. Q attends the first talk Tran attends, so T1 also includes Q. Okay, and that means that T can't attend F because that would be T's first talk, because it's the first talk that's available, but Q can't be there, so can't have T first either, and S attends the first talk that R attends. So we're going to have these guys together. Okay. So that could be the first one, right? And S could attend this, but it would be S's, like, so we could have R1 and S1, and then we could have S2 here, and that would be fine. Yeah, because we don't know what number that is. Very interesting. So if this is T, it can't be T1. It would have to be T2. And T1 would have to be here. Because T1 has to have a Q with it, and this T has to have an empty space with it. So there's a fair bit that we can figure out here. I suppose it is possible that nobody attends handling people, right? We could have 2 empty spaces there. So Yeah, I should have that as an option as well. Okay. So first question, I just like to do process of elimination. So question 14 is the first question. So let's just take our rules one by one. So Q can't attend F or H. So let's find one we can eliminate based on that. We actually can't eliminate any. R can't attend G or H. Okay, so we can eliminate B based on that. Right. S and T can't be together, so I can eliminate A. Okay, so the first time I see T, I should see Q as well. So I can eliminate D. And the first time I see R, I should see S as well. R, S. Okay, so I can eliminate E. So C is the correct answer for 14. So I'm just going to write that out as like one potential solution. So we've got R1 and S1. Then we have Q1, T2, Q2, R2, and S2. So that's one acceptable solution. If none of the softcore employees attends handling people, okay, so L. All right, so we can't have S and T together ever. And all of these spaces have to be filled, right? So the first thing is going to be, this is R1 and S1 for sure, right? And then we're going to, so we can't have R here. And we can't have both S and T, right? So we definitely have to have Q. So Q is going to be there. And then, anything else? So, I mean, the first option there is R attends feedback. We know that has to be true. So A is the correct answer, and we can move on. Which one of the following is a complete and accurate list of the talks, any one of which R and S could attend together? So they could attend F. They can't attend G or H. Could they attend I together? I mean, yeah, we could have, like here, for example, we could have T1, and then we could have R2, S2, and they could go in either of these spaces, and we could put Q2 and T2 together, and they could go in either of those spaces. So R and S could be together in F, I, or L. A 17. And I mean, this is just one option, right? Like I'm sure that there are other configurations where we could show that R and S could be together in Fi or L. Like here, right, we don't have H empty, and we could still have R and S together in feedback. So But one example is all we need to show that R and S could be together in that spot, and then we can add it to the list. All right, question 17. So if Q is the only SoftCorp employee to attend leadership, okay, so Q is on its own at the end. GHIL is Q2, that's empty. So we know there's definitely going to be empty space here. And Q can't be here or here. Q1 is going to have to be with T1. So they're not going to be able to be here together, right? Because we wouldn't have room for T2. So the only way it's going to work is if we have T1 and Q1 in G. So, all right, anything else that I can say for sure? We could have T2 here. We need to have S. So I'm going to write out like one option would be R1 and S1. Actually, that has to be the case, right? Because we have to fill the remaining spots. This spot here could be S2 or T2. And then we're going to have R2 here and either T2 or S2. So these are really the only spots that can vary. So what could be false is Spivvy or S attends handling people. That's possible that could change, but we know for sure that we've got R for feedback and R for information overload, and we've got S for feedback for sure and Tran for goal sharing. So D is the only one that could be false. All right, last question. Question 18, if R is the only SoftCorp employee to attend information overload. Okay, so again with our 10 spots and F, G, H, I, and L. So R is the only one attending information overload. Okay, and gotta have an empty spot there. All right, so R1 has to be with S. We're not gonna be able to put them here, right? And can't put them with G because R can't be there, so they're gonna have to be first again. And then this is definitely R2. And then we're gonna have to split up S and T. So, yeah, and this can't be. Okay, so Q, the only spots remaining for Q are here. We've got Q1 and Q2, because Q can't be, can't attend H. So that means that this, again, yeah, it's either S2 or T2. And does this have to be T1? It does, yeah, because T1 has to be with Q. So that's T1, and we've got S2 or T2 over here. That's the only variability. So what could be false? Tran attends handling people, E. That could be false. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that helps. If you have any follow-up questions, let me know.